Good morning, friends. Have I got a fun video for you today? I am so excited about this Tunisian and colorful and stash busting stitch pattern. So much fun. So I have it going in two ways here, so I'll show you both. So this is a great way for you to use up your stash, create something colorful. It's a nice dense pattern, so I think this would make a fantastic headband ear warmer for autumn. So I'm going to use a autumn color scheme as I stitch today instead of this berries color scheme because I wanted to show you two options. So we're going to do this two different ways, but grab three colors. So I have these three colors that were a part of either the paint box yarns or the Brava, which you know that I've been using a lot. And so the links to these yarns are down in the description below. But I'm going to use these three for our little fall color scheme. Brava worsted and paint box yarns. You know that this misty color has become like my all-time favorite. I just love this dove shade of gray. Anyway, so without any more preamble, because I'm very excited about this stitch pattern. And I actually, friends, I think here's a secret. I actually think I like it better upside down. So here it is right side up. Okay, and I have two different stitch patterns. So here's offset like bricks and here's stacked on top of each other, but I kind of think I like it this way better. Ooh, what do you think? So let me know in the comments below what you think, but let's get started, shall we? So I'm going to take the main color, whatever. We're going to work an even number of colors, or the colors will be easy for me to say, equally distributed throughout. So there's not really a main color, but I'm going to grab a worsted weight yarn and my Tunisian hook. I am using a, I had my flexible one out, but I think I would prefer to use a straight. Okay, I'm grabbing my straight hook here. This is a letter I Tunisian hook. Okay, even a regular, if you're doing a narrow pattern, will look great with just a regular crochet hook that doesn't have a thumb rest on it. We are, no matter, depending on how wide you want your project, you will need a hook that is long enough to load up all of the loops on the hook. Oh, give me a minute and I'll tell you when the 10 Yay for 10K party is coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to go ahead and do 16 stitches here. So 16 chains. Ooh, that's a good photo right there. Okay, so I hope you are having a relaxing and valuable day because you know I believe crochet is a relaxing and valuable use of our time. So after we have chained 16, we are placing one loop on the hook for each chain across. So we're just yarning, just pulling up a loop in the back ridge, back bump, back bar of each chain all the way across. There will be 16 loops on our hook when we have completely loaded it up. So much coming in this video for you today. I really wanted a solution for you for your stash problems because don't we all have stash problems? And I know you also are very interested in color work and you're interested in Tunisian. So this video puts it all together for you in one gorgeous little package. Okay, so we're picking up stitches all the way across. And we should have 16 loops on our hook. You don't have to count unless you want to, but that is the number of stitches. Okay, so what is happening here is we are changing color on this end to remove loops from the hook. So our forward pass is always in the color, well, let me show you first. We're adding our second color here. So when it's time to work loops off the hook, that's when we're changing color. So now I'm going to grab my next color. And you do not have to add a slip knot onto your yarn. You really just give yourself, 4 inches of tail or so and hold it with your tension hand. And I'm just going to yarn over and pull through one loop on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the hook. Okay, and then it'll just dangle off the side of here without a loop. And then yarn over and pull through 2. We're just doing the return pass. This return pass is going to be the same from now on. This is such a super simple solution to your Tunisian repertoire. So easy of a pattern, and you're going to love it. It is something different that you've never seen before, probably. Okay, I guess I should have told you that at the beginning, huh? That would have been exciting. Okay, so go ahead and remove all the loops, just like that. Here's where we are now. So row 1 is complete. Now we're not going to do this row 1 again. This is just the foundation row. So the color that we worked off, we're going to continue on our forward pass. So we're going to continue with this misty gray color. Okay, here's the pattern. Are you ready? So first we're going to do the offset like bricks, and then I'll show you some stitches of stacking. So stay tuned. So even though it's just a simple pattern, we're going to do it 2 ways. So yarn over, do not skip a stitch. So this first stitch, the loop on the hook counts above that one. So those are equal. We're going to yarn over. We're going to not skip any stitches, but Tunisian simple stitch in the next stitch and the next stitch. So yarn over, then Tunisian simple stitch in 2. So now we have increased, okay? We had 1, 2, 3. Now we have 1 yarn over, which is the second one, 3 and 4. And now what we're going to do is we are going to use our fingers, friends, to grab that yarn over and gently pull it over the hook. Okay, so it wraps those 2 Tunisian simple stitches. Oh, so cool, so much fun. Okay, and we're going to do that again. Yarn over, do not skip any stitches, do Tunisian simple stitch and Tunisian simple stitch. Okay, grab that yarn over with your fingers and pull it over the top of the hook and those Tunisian simple stitches. All right, awesome. Okay, so let's do that across while we're talking here. So I've hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much to all of you who have joined me over the years and become my friends on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have enjoyed all of the video content that I've been doing for the past, I don't know, 4 years or so. And so there are hundreds of videos, both right and left-handed for you. And as a result, you guys have given me subscribers. Thank you so much. So 10K, we now have 10,000 subscribers. And so it's time to do a yay for 10K party and giveaway. So I'm working on the date. We're going to do a taped video and I'll do a live stream. So I'm now working on the live stream dates. It's probably going to be a Sunday in October of 2022 in case you're watching this later. Okay, here we go. So once we get all the way across and there's just one left, we're going to Tunisian simple stitch in that last one. Now because we just yarned over and pulled up a loop, this last stitch can be kind of tricky to find. So let's do this carefully together. So it's underneath that first color and underneath this tail of the second. That is where we are putting in that last loop. Okay, so now it's time to change colors again. So let's go ahead and use this lovely terracotta color, which is perfect for autumn. And again, I will take, 4 or 5 inches or so, hold it over my hook in my tension hand, and just yarn over and that's the yarn over and pull through 1, and then yarn over and pull through 2. And after you get that second one, you can kind of let go and tension up a little bit. Do not worry about that side. It'll be okay if it's a little loose. So we're just yarning over and pulling through 2 all the way across for the return pass. So the return pass is very simple. Love that return pass. It's so relaxing. You can kind of let your mind go. So like I said, we're doing the live stream Yay for 10K party, probably a Sunday in October, so stay tuned. Turn on your notifications, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss anything. So as we have returned pass with this terracotta terracotta color, we're going to go ahead and use that color to do the forward pass of the next row. So if we're offsetting like bricks, instead of yarning over and doing 2 simples, we're going to yarn over, or we're going to, Tunisian simple stitch that first one. Now these next two, so the end of this set plus the beginning of this set is where we're going to do our repeat. So yarn over, Tunisian simple in this one, Tunisian simple in this one, and then pick that yarn over. Can you see the yarn over there? Right here, this is the yarn over. We're going to pick that yarn over and pull it over the hook, including those 2 simple stitches, and let those 2 simple stitches stand nice and tall. Do not cross them, but let them stand nice and tall. Okay, so yarn over and then pick the last one of this grouping for a Tunisian simple stitch, and the first one of this grouping for the Tunisian simple stitch. Okay, and then pick that yarn over and pull it across. There's also going to be a giveaway or 2, probably 2 giveaways. Probably one big giveaway on the live stream video. So the person who is, gets their name picked, who are attending the live stream, will get, if you, I haven't figured out the details on if it's going to be only our international friends or if it has to be a domestic U.S. territory and Canada friend, but somebody who gets picked is going to win a $100 shopping spree to a yarn retailer who, I guess I need to double check. I know who I want, but I guess I better double check and make sure that they do international shipping, and I'll choose the company that has the best shipping so that we can include more people. But stay tuned for that. So when we get over to these last 2 stitches, we're going to Tunisian simple stitch in the last one before the very end. And then here's where it gets like tricky again, remember, because we have our little dangly cut tail, so it doesn't really feel like the last 2 loops. So if you hold this cut tail kind of low, and pinch it here, you can kind of see where you Tunisian simple stitch under the previous color and the current color, and pull up that Tunisian simple stitch in that last grouping. Now we've used all 3 colors, so it's time to pick up. So we're going to drop the terracotta, and the yellow was the first color, so I'm going to find not the cut tail end here of the yellow, but the working tail. And the working tail is just going to pull up the side, and it's going to float up the side. I'll tension it, yarn over and pull through 1, and then I'm going to tension that terracotta a little bit, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 all the way across. And then I'm going to do a filmed recorded video for the Yay for 10K party also, and there will be a giveaway in that video as well. So all of this is coming up at the end of October sometime, some date to be determined. I'm trying to get my pal Carlene on board. Hey Carlene, because she helps me with a lot of the live stream comment monitoring, and that's why I just want to make sure and get her schedule so that we can do that. Okay, so on the next one, we're still offsetting like bricks. So we're doing this one here and this one here, so that the next time it's the last occurrence of this grouping and the first occurrence of that grouping. Does that make sense? So here we have 1 for 1. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to Tunisian simple stitch here, Tunisian simple stitch here. Okay, and then pull that yarn over the top. There we go. There we go. Okay, so pretty. Okay, and then yarn Tunisian simple. I yarned over and then Tunisian simple and Tunisian simple. So much is coming up on the channel. I've got so many big dreams and stuff. So many projects I want to do. So many patterns to give you, so many things to teach you. I'm so excited. So hopefully you guys are in the mood to learn some new things. Let's see here. So I just had a significant birthday also, so life is good. Sorry about the interruption there. Work is calling. Haha. Gotta work occasionally too. So I just turned 50. 50. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. But here I am teaching and loving crochet just as much as I did when I was, oh my goodness, I think I started crocheting when I was 8. And then my mom and I made a blanket for my grandmother. And then that was around 13. And then I didn't really pick up crochet again until I was in college. And maybe even, was it grad school? Probably grad school. Okay, so when I get all the way to the end here, I'm just going to do a Tunisian simple in the last 2 stitches. The last 2 vertical bars here. And then we're going to drop the yellow and pick up the next color, which is the gray. So not the cut tail, but the working gray yarn. And tension up that yellow, float the gray up the side, yarn over and pull through 1. Yarn over, pull through 2. So it was grad school when I picked up crochet again, and I have been, so that was what, 21 years old, 22 years old, something like that. And I have been crocheting pretty much non-stop ever since. So I just have had crochet really improve my life over the years. It's created great self-esteem to be able to create something from nothing. Or just the raw materials of yarn. So we're still offsetting like bricks, friends. So we're Tunisian simple stitching in the first one, and then yarning over, and then Tunisian simple stitch in the last one of one grouping and the first one of the next grouping. Okay, and pull across, pull that yarn over, yarn over. So crochet has greatly improved my life. It's been relaxing. It's helped my self-esteem to create things. It has brought me income from my family. It has brought me conversation with others. You know, you can't crochet in public without somebody saying something and starting a conversation. It's brought me, obviously, tremendous friends. You guys are just become part of my day-to-day life. My besties in my real life are so much, they're related to crochet. I still text and message them daily, even if they're from other parts of the country. So crochet, of course, is relaxing and makes me feel good about the time that I spend in front of the TV. So I probably will do a video at some point about the benefits of crochet. Okay, here we go. So here's how the pattern is looking when they're kind of offset like bricks. And then if you flip it over, it looks like this. Also very pretty. I kind of like this way better. Look at the gray ones here at the top. They kind of look like the pi symbol, pi r squared, you know, pi. So really, really fun. Okay, and then after the white or the misty gray, we're using the terracotta. Okay, and on the next row, let's do them stacked on top of each other. So yarn over. I pulled up the working yarn of the terracotta. I'm just dropping the gray like it's hot, like it's not even there. And then yarning over and pulling through 1, and yarning over and pulling through 2 all the way across. So tell me in the comments below how crochet has changed your life. It definitely has changed mine for the better, and when I find that life is stressful, I find that I'm not crocheting enough. So time to crochet some more. It certainly helps pass the time. Okay, so if we're going to stack, actually, do we want to do that? Yeah, let's go ahead and start stacking. So we're going to yarn over and pull up a loop in the TSS here, and then this will be our pattern so that we can make a nice stacked pi symbols. Tunisian simple, and pull that across. Okay. So this one's a little more slow going because you have to stop and pull across. So if you get to the end of your row and you have too many loops on the hook, it's probably because you forgot to pull over. So you forgot to pull the yarn over your stitches. If you have too many loops on, oopsie, I'm already forgetting, I forgot to yarn over that time. Okay. So fun. So, hey, do me a favor. If you have any of my videos that you think someone would enjoy, if you think someone would enjoy this video, please share it with one of your friends. There are several basic beginner videos that I have, everything from how to hold the hook to how to do a chain and how to do a single crochet. We're just doing a Tunisian simple here on the end. Or if you have any crochet friends who are already crocheters but have not learned the joys of Tunisian, send them a video. I'd love it if we could share the good news and get more friends. You can never have too many friends. Okay, so we're pulling these up. Now, when you're designing something, remember that Tunisian uses quite a bit of yarn, and it's a nice dense stitch pattern. So when you make a beginning chain that's like, I don't know, 5 inches, be aware that when you start actually crocheting with it, it's going to shrink up quite a bit because the stitches are so closely bound together. So make sure you accommodate for that closeness. Okay, here we go. So, so pretty. What do you think of this color scheme? Which one do you like better? Comment below if you like the berries better or if you like the autumn colors better. So if we're stacking them on top of each other, we're still doing the same thing here. Yarn over and then Tunisian simple stitch here and Tunisian simple stitch here. Okay, and then pick the yarn over across. All right. So give me a few minutes. I need to go and do some work. And then I'm going to come back and show you how to bind off. So I am going to take a little time warp break, and when I come back, we're going to bind off after a few more of these rows. Oh, it's so addictive. It's so hard to put it down. So if you have chores that need to be done, maybe don't start the Tunisian, or maybe do, because I find that when I get started with Tunisian, I just don't want to put it down and everything else has to take a back seat. And that's why it's such a relaxing activity, because it helps you just focus on this beautiful thing that is developing in front of you, and you can put some of your other thoughts and worries aside for a little bit. Okay? All right, time to time warp. Okay, friends, I'm back. So time to fasten off this little row to finish up our swatch. So isn't it crazy how sometimes work interferes with your life? Anyway, let's get back to crochet. What's truly important? Okay, so here there's a little bit of a gap or holiness there at the top, which you may not want, but it's really one of the ways to do it. So what I did on that fasten off was on the first vertical bar, I just Tunisian simple stitch and then pulled it all the way through as a slip stitch to bind off. And the second stitch of the grouping, I did knitwise. So if you imagine these two between my thumbs that are the front and the back of that Tunisian vertical bar, I'm going to stab from the front to the back, splitting those two so that they are kind of sideways. So I'm going to split the two of them all the way to the back and pull up a loop and pull it through to slip stitch. So that is what I did all the way across. I did a Tunisian simple stitch as if, and then slip stitched it, and then Tunisian knit stitch as if, and pulled it through. Okay, but if you want to try to eliminate this gap, you can eliminate the hole by dropping the stitch down, but it's going to make it look very different. So for instance, you could kind of do a Tunisian double crochet into the vertical bar below, into the vertical, like pretty far down, and fill that gap. Actually, that ended up being a half double, but you could fill the gap there and make it a tooth, but then you create kind of a gap down here. So my favorite way for this stitch pattern is to Tunisian simple stitch, slip stitch there, and then to do the knit stitch to kind of make it wider and fatter there to help fill in the gap. You could also just Tunisian knit all the way across, Tunisian, and what I mean by that is insert your hook as if you're Tunisian knit stitching, but you're slip stitching in that you're just pulling it all the way through the loop on the hook. And that might actually even be the best, where it splits those front and back legs and fills in that gap a little bit more. So let's see how that looks compared. Maybe that's the best way. That's not the way I practiced it, but you know, sometimes we evolve and change. Sometimes we grow. It's okay. Okay. So now that did pull this down towards me to do this slip stitch. It created a line here, but it did fill the space. So you can decide. You can either drop down and do like a half double crochet into the space to try to fill it, or you can do like I did here and Tunisian simple stitch through the first one and then Tunisian knit stitch through the second one. Okay, and then otherwise you could Tunisian knit stitch through every one, which caused this slip stitching row on the top. So you totally get to decide what you want to do. I think I like this one the best, which was to Tunisian simple stitch through the first leg and then Tunisian knit stitch through the second leg. And that's that pattern. So make sure you give this a thumbs up, a like, and a subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Hi, I'm Ellen Gormley, and thank you so much for spending time with me on my channel. I hope you've had a relaxing and valuable use of your time. So if you liked this video, here's another one that's similar that you might also enjoy. And here is the video, the last video that was uploaded in case you missed it. Everyone, please like and subscribe for more videos. They're usually posted on Wednesday or Thursday at the worst. Thank you. Bye. Say goodbye, Muffin.